Sometimes I get butterflies when I'm asking for a girl's number, but I still get it anyway. And if you'd like to do the same, then here's how I would go about getting a girl's number despite the butterflies. So first of all, it really is quite simple and really easy. Keep that in mind. And you have to determine if you actually like this girl. There's going to be a lot of split-second decisions going on in your mind, right? But once you actually determine that you like this lass, you're going to have to sort of determine if she is likely to like you. You don't really know for certain unless she appears like she might be into you. Like, if you like her, there's a chance she might like you. And all you have to do is make her feel good. You just have to compliment her on something legitimate and then playfully ask for her number. Keep in mind, we're talking about someone random you've never ever met before, not someone you've personally known for a little bit, because if you've known someone you personally know for a little bit longer, then this might not work the same way. So let's say your car broke down, she helps you jumpstart your car, you have a tiny bit of a conversation, and then you notice her blue earrings, and you compliment her blue earrings, and you say, wow, I really like those blue earrings. And then you say, would you be open to, exchanging numbers, because I'd love to get to know you more. Or if you're at the cashier, you might reference a song, or you might literally say it in the request. She might ask you, what's your number? And then you tell her your number, and then you say, can I get yours? So the whole can I get yours is already a compliment in itself whilst implemented in the request. And these are real examples that I've executed successfully. Now, this doesn't mean every single shot is going to be a success, but to overcome those butterflies, you just kind of visualize this is going successfully. You just kind of execute confidently. And the reason I bring this up, because there was a girl I saw in the restaurant, and she was smiling a lot because we don't speak the same language. And she does speak my language, but it was very funny for her. And I was trying to determine if I liked this girl or not. I really liked her smile. Like, if you're going to compliment her on something, you don't just say, oh, you're really beautiful. You actually have to look at something specific that does enhance her beauty. Like, just a simple, pleasant compliment is sufficient. And the only reason I didn't execute this wasn't even because I had butterflies. It's just because I didn't really want to lead the girl on and love bomb her and make her think that I could be the one, even though that's kind of strange, because it's almost like if we reverse roles, I could even be a little bit afraid of that, of her going away, but I'm just not. In fact, I actually don't want to give her that trouble. And not because I'm such a noble person, but because we just don't live in the same neighborhood, and I'm not really ready to have a long distance relationship at this time. And I'm not really open to having one night stands exactly either. Not unless that's something that the girl is interested in, because I don't know. I just don't feel like I need to go out of my way to make a girl fall in love with me and then kind of dump her. I believe I could do that. I believe I have the capacity to do that, and I believe I absolutely could do that, but I just don't really want to. But if I had to talk to this girl at the restaurant, it was actually the McDonald's, right? And she had a very dark purplish lipstick. Not my cup of tea exactly, but her smile was just really awesome. And I really wanted to actually say that to her. But in my experience, when you just give a compliment like that, kind of out of the blue, it should be followed up with a proper request for a phone number. Because I've done that before. I've sometimes just sort of randomly complimented out of the blue, and it's a little bit like, yeah, thank you. Ideally, if this ever happens, if there is something that just sets you on fire, that's usually like if you just get initiated, like a firecracker. Sometimes that can be very good. Like maybe you see each other a fair bit, and she shows you her awesome video editing skills, for example, and then that just sets you on fire because you're like, damn, that's incredible. So compliments like that are very explosive. You can't really manufacture those. But if they come your way, that's cool. Now, if you're struggling with self-confidence as a guy and you don't have a lass yet, I just got out of the metro and I literally saw two very beautiful women, two baddies with two reasonably young, handsome men, but they were fairly average. They weren't like particularly special looking. They weren't even like baddie guys themselves, but these two beautiful hot women that they were hanging out with goes to show that just a rarely average man can pull it off. Now, I've even seen some really crazy examples out there of, like, you already know, really old people or even disabled people. So physical appearance isn't the number one determining factor if the girl is into you or not. But what I did notice with these guys on the train is that they were a little bit taller than her and they were smiling a lot and they were making her feel good. They were like, his presence made her feel good. She was smiling, she was giggling, she was having a great time. And I think this is just because this is how she felt with the guy. So if these feelings arise within her around a guy that she likes, that's very good. That's how she chooses the guy. Another thing, now I don't know if you're a woman watching this, but it is definitely true, I think, where older women will look at the younger women and feel a bit competitive and a bit let down with themselves because the younger women it's just known, they have a higher advantage at attracting men compared to the older women. And the older women, they might have a guy with them or not. The older women are competing with the younger women. And so my point here about the younger versus older women, because it is obvious to me that if you are getting older as a woman, assuming a female is watching this, it will be harder on you as you get older if you haven't attracted a quality man yet, because you will start looking at the younger women and you will start to compare yourself with them, and you'll start to feel guilt and all these sort of tiny little bitter emotions eating away at you. And so while you're still young, if you're still young and you're watching this, definitely take the time to attract a very high quality man. And when I say high quality, it doesn't mean he's rich with a Ferrari. What I mean is like he's emotionally stable, mature, etc. And I think you already would know the answer to the challenge you're facing. So if this is something that would interest you, if you're a single guy and you perhaps struggled with getting girls' numbers in the past and you are interested in getting similar results that I've gotten, then feel free to reach me on Instagram and I can offer you a one-to-one session with me.